your number one source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, like to welcome you to Lee Vs Stadium here tonight. A great game between the League Generals and the Dothan Wolves. I remind you that concession stands are open on both sides of the stadium tonight. And this is a tobacco-free zone, so please refrain from using any tobacco products here in the stadium. Also, once again, remind you that we will be using strobe lighting and flashing lights tonight here in the stadium, so be aware of that.
Will be receiving the ball. We're real excited about all the new renovations they made here at Lee Vs Stadium and the other renovations going on now. So within a month or so, they should have most of them done. New dressing rooms, new concession area, and we're looking at a new turf field. So it's exciting to see all the new improvements here at Lee Vs Stadium. As we get set for the kickoff, ball is taken at the 10-yard line, across the 20 to 25, and he breaks away and picks up another 4 yards. That's Braxton Hornsby on the return for the Wolves.
Getting saved by number 9, Braxton Hornsby.
Get set as we start a first down. They'll be starting at that, let's see, on 29-yard line. The quarterback is number 12, Carter Davis. Davis looks, he hands it off, and across the 30 down to about the 33-yard line. And that run was by Raymond Blackman.
12, Carter Davis gets the ball.
So it brings up a second and about 7. That was a gain of about 3 on the play.
Christopher Johnson.
This is Dothan's first home game of the season. They won last week up at Carroll High in Ozark. Hand off again, and he breaks a tackle, and he goes across midfield down into the Generals' territory.
Ball taken by Cameron Peterson. Taken for stop by.
And that was Raymond Blackman again. So Dothan picks up a first down, so it's first and 10. Ball's on about the 22-yard line, up Lee.
First down,
Davis.
Wolves.
Oh, he loses the ball, but he jumps back on it.
Fumble on the play.
So Dothan will retain possession, but they lose about 4 yards.
Brings up second down and 14.
He'll bring up a second and 14 for the Wolves. As I was saying earlier, Dothan defeated Carroll last weekend at Carroll, and they put up 45 points in the game. And last year, Dothan really struggled scoring. They most of the games they didn't get over 14 points. They got 29 points were the most points that they made last year in any one single game, and that was against Carroll. And Dothan takes the ball across inside the 45.
35, Cameron Peterson, the ball carrier.
Down to about the
number 6, Michael Ingram.
So we'll bring up
Brings up third down and 10.
Third and 10. So they're back to about the original line of scrimmage. And we had some movement up front. We'll have to see what the call is.
The call is against Lee.
It's against
Offside.
Lee, offside.
Brings up a third down
So
and
it
5.
brings up a third down and about 5 for the Wolves. This is the opening drive of the game. Opening home game tonight for the Dothan Wolves. Hand off. Inside the 25 down to inside the 45, 35 inside, down to about the 30.
Ball carrier number 19.
So that for Dothan first down.
By number 31, Javante Hooks.
Dothan trying to
Brings up a
keep
first
this
down for
drive
the Wolves,
going.
first and 10.
This drive started on the Dothan 29-yard line. Davis back in at quarterback. In the backfield with him is Octavius Thomas. Davis passes the ball and is caught. And another Dothan first down.
That's number 9, Braxton Hornsby.
Was caught by number 9, Braxton Hornsby. So it'll be a first and 10 from about the 15-yard line. Dothan in the red zone on that first possession of the game. Direct snap. And inside the 10.
Ball carrier number 0, Raymond Blackman.
And that was Blackman on the carry. We'll see if Dothan
Second down and
get
2.
it in the end zone. The second down and about 2. Take it. He bounces to the outside, cuts back inside, and he's going to be stopped at about the 5-yard line. So it's enough for a Dothan first down. So it'll be first and goal for the Wolves.
Number of Generals. First and goal for the Wolves. Ball on the 5-yard line.
Ball's on the 5-yard line. This is the opening quarter of the game, the opening drive of the game. And he keeps it, and he's dropped inside the 5 at about the 3.
Number 0.
That was
Ball carrier, stopped by
Raymond
number
Blackman.
57,
Raymond Blackman.
Stokes. That picks up 1 yard.
So it brings up a
Second down.
second down And Dothan takes it. That's number 1, and he drives forward. And let's see if they give him a touchdown. And they say he's short. That was Octavius Thomas on the carry. I think they're going to say he's short, so he looks like he's probably less than a yard to the end zone. Dothan trying to punch it into the end zone on their first drive of the game. Up. We have a whistle. We'll see what the call is. It's offside against Lee. So the balls look like it's about on the 1 foot lines. And into the end zone for the touchdown is Raymond Blackmon. So Dothan scores first with 6:06 left in the first. They go up 6-0. Dothan's going for the extra point.
Flag on the field.
So
offsides against the Generals.
So Dothan will kick for the extra point. The kicker is Wesley Farmer. Up. And it's good.
The kick is up and it's good.
6 left in the Dothan leads it by a score of 7-0. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
Your number 1 source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
Okay, Dothan scores on their first drive of the game. They go for 71 yards. They're scoring a 1-yard touchdown play. The way they want to get started tonight and the way to get the home season started off. But it's been an interesting couple of years. Dothan struggled last year, and points was one of the things they really struggled with. They only had one game, if I'm not mistaken, that they scored over 14 or 15 points. I know they scored 29 on Carroll, and part of the points in that game were from turnovers. So it's important to get out there and get some points on the board. They put up 45 points on Carroll last week. Okay, we're gonna get it together here. Dothan set to kick off. And the ball is taken, it goes into the end zone, so Lee will start on their own 20-yard line. So we'll see if we can get the Lee roster straight. First and 10 from the 20. Pitch back. And across the 25 to 26 yard line. And that was number 2. And like I said, we apologize for not having the names, but they were not provided to us, and the information we got offline looks like it's incorrect. Across the 26, so to bring up a third down. Third and about 3.
Takes a third down and 4.
Lee takes the snap, quick out, and he's hit and stopped short of the first down. So it brings up a fourth down, 4th and short. And so Lee brings the punt team on.
Number 8, Drew. This is number 9, Darby.
I would always look for the fake.
4th down and 3.
And a flag. We'll see if it's a delay of game. It is a delay of game against Lee, so that will move them back even more. So back deep for Dothan is Jalen Corbett, number 2. Punt goes high and is taken at the 48-yard line. And that was Braxton Hornsby. On the return. So Dothan in excellent starting field position.
First and 10 at the General's 30.
At the Lee 30. Quick pass out, complete. And down to the 20-yard line is Raymond Blackman on the reception.
Ball game number 0, Blackman. Blackman stopped by number 5, the front.
Quarterback for Dothan is number 12, Carter Davis. He's a senior. He's done a good job tonight. In the backfield with him is Peterson. He hands it off to Peterson. He weaves his way through, and he could take it into the end zone, but he's down. He fumbles the ball, and let's see what the call is. The ball is still going around. It's still bouncing around. It looked like he was down, but I think they called it a fumble. And the ball bounced into the end zone, and quite a few players touched it, but we'll see who recovered it just outside the end zone. And I think it's recovered by Lee. So Dothan turns the ball over inside the 5-yard line. And we'll see what the call is. Okay, I'll bring it out to the 20. So Dothan lost the fumble, and they call a touchback, so Lee will start on their own 20. Dothan blew a really good field position, pass completed across the 30.
Number 8, gets the ball to.
So it'll be a 1st and 10.
Number 1, Sanders. Sanders stopped by number 18, Knight. They picked up enough yardage for a first
Ball's
down.
at the 35.
On the 34-yard line.
Keep it going around the outside and gets it up near midfield to the 45-yard line. So it's enough for another Lee first down.
For Javon Walker. Picks up enough yardage for a first down for the Generals.
1st and 10 from the 45. Hand it off again and cuts it outside and across midfield to about the 49-yard line of Dothan. A gain of about 5, a gain of 6, so it brings up a 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4 for the Generals. Hand it off again, and it should be enough for a first down. His forward momentum probably gives him a first down. So that turnover was really big. Dothan was about to take the ball into the end zone and fumble the ball, and Lee recovered it after it went into the end zone. They call it a touchback, since no one really recovered it in the end zone. 1st and 10, the ball at the 45-yard line of the Wolves.
From the Wolves' 45-yard line.
They are running the ball, and not much there. We have a flag.
Flag on the field.
No gain on the play. Holding against Lee, so that will back them up 10 yards. 1:11 left in the first. Dothan's leading 7-0. It'll be 1st and 20. First and 15, looks like it. Drops back for a pass. He's been chased, and he's sacked by number 29 of the Wolves, Jimmy Berry. Big play that time by the Wolves. So loss on the play, and it brings up a 2nd and 20.
Brings up a 2nd down and 25. Ball is on the Generals' 40-yard line.
25. I was looking at the wrong down marker. They have to get to the 35 of Dothan. They go to a quick outlet pass, and boy, he is hit by number 3 of Dothan. Salter, Korean Salter. So it's a 3rd and 23. Drops back. He's looking long, and he gets out of containment, but he's hit as he crossed the 50-yard line. So it brings up a let's see, it brings up a fourth down, fourth and about 13, fourth and 13.
Brings up a fourth down and 13.
It's a 3rd and 10. There was a penalty at the end of the quarter. So Lee keeps the ball alive. He drops back. The quarterback goes deep. He's got a man open, and they're going to call interference. I think he never did turn around is the reason they call interference. It was good coverage, but you have to look back, and I don't know. That ball was a little short, actually. So the receiver had to come back to it, and the defender was there. But they called pass interference, so this drive stays alive.
It's called an untimed down. We're still in first quarter.
When they gonna change sides of field?
Okay, they haven't. Okay, that was an untimed down, so it's kind of confusing here. Okay, I guess this is the beginning of the second quarter. And Lee drives the ball inside the 30. The clock is, I'm not sure what's happening. The clock is not running. So I guess that was an I'm confused. I am confused. Because this should be the, okay, is this the end of the first? I guess this is the end of the first quarter play. There's a lot going on. So at the end of one, it's Dothan 7 and Lee nothing.
Your number one source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
How does the bank make you feel at home?
It's actually looking forward to going inside a bank again, where there's a unique feeling of hospitality that's hard to find today, anywhere. It's where they know my name and they know what I need. It's just different than any other bank. Oh, and they even know my favorite kind of cookie.
Yep, that's how.
Personal attention and unexpected hospitality from River Bank and Trust. Experience it.
Lewis Smith Supply is dedicated to offering a vast collection of fixtures, faucets, and accessories for your kitchen and bath. Make your dreams a reality. Step into the area's only Kohler Premier showroom or see Delta's Brizo collection for the latest trends in kitchen and bathroom designs. Lewis Smith Supply offers an extensive line of plumbing supplies for contractors or do-it-yourselfers. For more inspiration, come visit one of our showrooms in Dothan or Enterprise.
Your family's health is vitally important to all of us here at Center Drugs in Enterprise in Daleville.
We provide personal service and answers to your questions because you're our neighbors.
It's so easy to become overwhelmed by what you read, see, or hear, and that's why Center Drugs is here to make things clear for you
and to make things as easy as possible. So give us a call or come by and see us
at Center Drugs in Enterprise or in Daleville.
At Badcock Home Furniture and More, we're working hard this Labor Day to bring you big savings. So this year, everything's on sale. Right now, save an extra 15% on your entire purchase. Hurry in for huge deals on in-stock premium reclining sofas and matching recliners. Plus, save up to $1,700 on leather sectionals. Don't miss Labor Day savings that work for you, only at Badcock Home Furniture and More. Just right.
At Enterprise Paint and Industrial, we carry a full line of Benjamin Moore paints, along with automotive paints and accessories by Sherwin-Williams and ProSpray. You will find a great selection of power tools by Makita and many name brand air tools, accessories, woodworking equipment, and hardware. We are your factory authorized service center and full line repair shop for your electrical and air tools. Newly remodeled, locally owned and operated, Enterprise Paint and Industrial, more than a paint store.
Okay, we are back. Actually, there was an untimed down at the end of the first. We're just starting the second quarter. It was a little confusing. They didn't give us a good indication of what was going on. So now we're starting. Lee has the ball on the Dothan 30-yard line. And a good run inside the 20. That's enough for a first down for Lee. This drive started on Lee's 20-yard line after Dothan fumbled the ball at the goal line, and it went into the end zone. It was bounced around and stuff, and I don't think anybody ever recovered it, so it came out of the end zone, so they said it was a touchback. A whistle on the play. We'll see what the call is.
Number 2, Lee Vs Dothan here, stopped by number 26, Martin.
Call is against Dothan. So that moves the ball inside the 15-yard line down to about the 14.
Call was illegal substitution.
Illegal substitution called against Dothan. 11:33 left in the second quarter. The end of the first and the beginning of the second was a little confusing to all of us. He keeps the ball and takes it inside the 10. And we apologize again for not having a roster. They didn't provide us one, and we went online, and the roster that we got online is incorrect.
First and goal.
So it's the first and goal. And into the end zone is number 21 from about 8 yards out. So they turned the Dothan turnover into a touchdown. So that happened with 10:56 left in the second. Here's the extra point attempt. Up. And the extra point is good. So we're tied now. The score is Dothan 7 and Lehigh 7. Lee converts the Dothan turnover into a touchdown, which really was a 14-point swing. Dothan was about to score their second touchdown of the game, and they fumbled the ball into the end zone, and Lee was able to recover it just outside of the end zone after it bounced around a few times, and they called it a touchback. So Dothan takes the ball on the 7, out across the 30 to the 40, and a nice return that time. And that was from Raymond Blackman, a good return. Out to the 40.
Number 30, Ruffin. Flag on the field.
We have a flag on the field. We'll see what the call is. Face mask against
Call is personal foul.
Lee.
Face mask.
So that will move the ball 15 more yards. And we'll take the ball into Lee territory. Down to about the 46-yard line. So Dothan in great field position. They started out in great field position their last possession, but turned the ball over. And Lee capitalized and was able to get points off the turnover to tie the score at 7 apiece. 10:46 left in the first half.
Be first down at the Generals 45-yard line.
And a flag.
The flag on the field.
It's against the Generals.
The call is offsides against the Generals.
Offsides against the Generals. There's been a lot of sorting out tonight. Offside against the Generals, so that will advance the ball 5 yards for the Wolves. We'll take the ball inside the 40-yard line. So it'll be enough for a first down. Well, wow.
The call is a personal foul.
And a personal foul. So that moves the ball down to the 25-yard line. That was two penalties on that play. We had an offside, then a personal foul, which advanced the ball 20 yards for Dothan. The ball's on the 25-yard line of Lee. Dothan in great field position. They've got to hold on to the ball and not make any mistakes. And what do? I think we had some movement on the left side of the line. Yes, we did.
Against the Wolves.
False start against Dothan. So 5 of those 20 yards they will lose. So it brings up a 1st and 15 from the 30. Good night for football. The first home game of the season for the Wolves. They took a 7-0 lead and was about to make it 14-0. Goes deep and incomplete. The pass was by Carter Davis, and it was intended for Raymond Blackman.
Ball's incomplete.
So it brings up a 2nd and 15 for the Wolves. 10:38 left in the first half. We're tied at 7 apiece. This is Coach Jed Kennedy's home game debut. Good run that time by Blackman. He saw an opening and he took advantage of it, takes it in from 25 yards out with 10:29 left in the first half. So Dothan goes up 13-7. And there was a flag on the play. I'm not sure what it was. I don't know if something happened after the play or what. We'll see what the ref has to say. It was called against Dothan. So here's the extra point attempt. Extra point attempt up, and it's good. So Dothan takes a 14-7 lead over the Lee Generals of Montgomery. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. We're set for the kickoff after the Dothan touchdown on a 30-yard run by Blackman.
Set kick number 96, Wesley Farmer.
That drive started on the Lee 46-yard line after a big return and then a penalty. Ball is taken on the 9-yard line and out to about the 39. So a good return of about 30 yards. So they're going to mark it on the 39-yard line. First and 10 for the Generals. They scored on their last possession. They put together an 80-yard drive after the Dothan turnover. So Dothan came right back and put together a drive. A 54-yard drive. And the pass is complete out to the 45-yard line. A gain of 6. And we have a flag. Boy, the flags are flying now. We'll see what the call is. And the flag is against Lee. So he backs them up to about the 35-yard line. So it will be a 1st and 15 from the 35.
Call is against the Generals, the 1st down and 14.
Quarterback drops back, he goes long, he's got a man open, complete, and he fumbles, it comes loose, and let's see who gets on it. I think Lee was able to recover it. That was a big play that time. So the ball goes down to inside the 30-yard line of Dothan. So Lee drops back and completes a long pass down to the 27-yard line of Dothan. 1st and 10. And the ball off, and nothing there. Dothan did a good job of snuffing that one out.
Number 2, Dave, ball carrier. He's stopped by number 31, Scott.
Scott on the stop for Dothan.
Play losing yard will be the 2nd down and 11.
Loss of a yard, so it brings up a 2nd and 11. Down to 8:56 left in the first half. Dothan leads 14-7 over Lee of Montgomery. He drops back again, the quarterback, and he throws a little short screen and nothing there. And on that stop, I'm trying to get his number.
Play put up by number 3, Walter.
That stop was number 20, made by number 23 of Dothan, John Turner, the senior linebacker. So it brings up a 3rd and 11. Dothan's made 2 consecutive big stops, defensive stops. Quarterback drops back, he's been chased out of the pocket, and he just throws it away. It's incomplete, so it brings up a 4th down, 4th and 11. Ball's at the 28-yard line. They'll definitely go for it. It's kind of right now no man territory. $7:58 left in the first half. Dothan 14, Lee 7. Dothan needs to make this stop. Quarterback drops back. He goes long again. And it's intercepted in the end zone by Dothan and brought out to the 25. That was number 18 for Dothan with the interception in the end zone. That was TK Knight. A great play by Knight. Did a good job of anticipating where the ball was going to be thrown. He picked it up off and brought it back out to the 25-yard line. So interception return for 25 yards. We have a player down. And while we have a break here, I want to tell you about our YouTube channel. It's the Scenic Sports Network. Go to YouTube and just type in Scenic Sports Network. That's SCENIC Sports Network. And we have over 350 high school football and basketball games from the past 20 years. So all of you dads out there that once played, that played maybe 15, 20 years ago, you can show your kids what you used to be like. Matter of fact, I ran into Joe Coachman. He played back, and he said, I watched the games, and my son didn't think I could play basketball or football, but I showed him on TV. But we've gotten very good response. And once you go there, please hit the subscribe and notification button. That way we will notify you whenever we have new content on our YouTube channel. And we're always putting new content on. So please go to Scenic Sports Network on YouTube. Not much there. So the ball is on the 30, on the 29-yard line. So it brings up a 2nd and 7. Right through the middle, and boy, that ball popped out of there. And that run was by number 5, Peterson, Tamarian Peterson. And he takes it out to the 47-yard line. So it's a 1st and 10 for the Wolves. 6:41 left in the first half. And we have a flag. And we have an encroachment offside call against Lee. So that would advance the ball 5 yards for the Wolves into the Generals' territory, down to about the 48-yard line. So it brings up a 1st and 5 for the Wolves. We'll see if they can score again. They've been in scoring position all 3 possessions, but they turn it over on their 2nd possession. And we have another flag. We had some movement up front. We'll see who the call is on. Dead ball foul call against the Wolves, so that would back them up 5 yards. So that will make it 1st and 10. Ball back on the Wolves side of the field.
First and 10 for the Wolves. The 127-yard line.
Davis is the quarterback. He drops back, and he finds an open receiver, and it's complete over to number 80 for the Wolves. Let's see if I have that number. Number 80 is Jaden Taylor, a junior wide receiver. He was wide open and a great pass that time from Davis. So with timeout on the field with 5:55 left in the first half, the score is Dothan 14, Lehigh 7. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
Your number one source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
First and 10 for the Wolves after the really nice completion from Davis to Taylor. And the ball off to number 19, not much there, Zach Walker. Short gain, no gain on the play.
Number 19, ball here is Zach Walker. Ball here, number 19, Zach Walker.
So it brings up a 2nd and 10. Davis back in at quarterback. He drops back. He looks, he pumps, and it's complete. A good catch that time. A good, sharp, accurate pass that time. Over to Corbett. Jalen Corbett. Carter's looking sharp. But Carter Davis is looking sharp on his passes. Ball's at the 20-yard line. It brings up a 3rd and short. This is definitely 4-down territory. Ball is handed off, and inside the 10-yard line, and that is Octavius Thomas. Dothan has some good running backs. They've been able to mix things up tonight. Thomas takes it inside. Well, the ball is spotted right on the 10-yard line, so it will be 1st and goal with 4:07 left in the first half. Dothan leads 14-7. Dothan in the Wildcat. Blackman's in the backfield. And a direct snap. And down to the 5-yard line is Thomas again. A gain of 5. Ball just shy of the 5-yard line, so it's a 2nd and goal from the 5.
Second down and goal. Ball's on the 5-yard line.
So Blackman and Thomas are there in the backfield. And Dothan wants a timeout with 2:55 left in the first half. They're leading 14-0. And they're in the red zone, threatening to score again. And we'd like to thank all of our sponsors for sponsoring these games on the Scenic Sports Network. They are the reason we're able to bring these games to you. Lewis and Smith Supply,
Riverbank, Dothan and Enterprise. We have Center Drugs and Enterprise. Also, we have Bryce Warren Drugs and Enterprise. Enterprise Paint and Badcock Furniture in Enterprise and Elba, and Lewis Smith Supply in Dothan. So we ask you to go out and support these sponsors. They are the reason that we're able to bring these games to you. These games are shown on Spectrum Channel 304, Spectrum Channel 304, and also on the Scenic Sports Network on YouTube. Second and 5, second and goal from the 5. And Blackman dances around, and he only picks up a couple of yards. Gets down to about the, I think they're going to mark it about the 4. Yeah, about the 4-yard line. So it brings up third and goal from the 4. Lee has done a really good job of slowing Dothan down once they got in the red zone, down inside the 10. Third and goal. Peterson back in. In the backfield is Blackman, number 0, and Peterson, number 5. And they pitch it back to Peterson. He goes to the outside, cuts inside, and he's down at the 1-yard line. Looked like he was going to take it into the end zone, but he stopped just shy of the goal line. So it brings up a 4th and goal. We'll see if Dothan decides to go for it, or if they decide to go for the field goal. Timeout on the field. With 1:54 left in the first half, Dothan leads it 14-7 over Lee of Montgomery. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. So it's a 4th and 1. And this is a big play for the Wolves. And walks into the end zone is none other than Raymond Blackman with the 1-yard TD run from Blackman. They decided to go with it on 4th and 1. And they get into the end zone with 1:51 left in the first half. So Dothan has been in scoring position every possession tonight. And except for the fumble, they probably would have had another touchdown. Extra point attempt. Up. And it's good. That's number 17 is the kicker, Adam Watford. So Dothan goes up 21-7. So Dothan puts together a 71-yard drive after the interception. So they convert turnover into points. It was capped off by a 1-yard run by Blackman. Ball is taken out to about the just shy of the 30-yard line. A good return that time by Lee. They've had a couple of good returns. So Lee will be starting on their own 28-yard line, and they have a minute and 41 seconds to try to do something with the ball. Dothan can stop them on this drive and go on to halftime with a 21-7 lead. I would say it has been a good first half, except for one big mistake. Quarterback drops back. He looks long. He's been chased out of the pocket, and he throws it away. So we'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Ball's at the 28-yard line. 1:34 left in the first half. Dothan on top 21-7. This is a 7A Region 2 game, so this is a big game. He goes deep and overthrows his intended receiver, number 2, so it brings up a 3rd and 10 for the Generals.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10.
3rd and 10. I see where they're going to have Alabama State University post-game performance on September 21st. Quarterback rolls out. He is sacked for a big loss.
What's up, man?
And that was number 31. That's number 31 for Dothan. Ezekiel Scott with the sack. Ezekiel Scott, excuse me, with the sack. So it brings up a 4th and long. Ball's inside the 20-yard line. So Dothan wants a timeout with 1:18 left in the first half. They lead it 21-7. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. 4th and 20 for the Generals. The punt is taken at the 42-yard line, and that was Jalen Corbett on the return. A good return that time by Corbett. We're going to mark him out at the 25. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 25. Dothan's going to try to put some more points on the board.
That brings up a 1st down and 20 on the 25-yard line.
So that those good defensive plays put Dothan in great field position after the punt. Oh, incomplete. That time Davis overthrew his intended receiver. It brings up a 2nd and 10. 1:02 left in the first half. Dothan's trying to add some points to their first half total. They have 21 right now. Davis is the quarterback. He hands it off. And that is to number 5, Peterson. And he weaves and bobs his way through to pick up some good positive yards. Ball now on the 20, on the 17-yard line, so a gain of about 7 on that play. And they give it to Blackman, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Dothan will call a timeout to preserve the clock.
Couldn't see why Blackman was voluntary. The timeout on the field with the Wolves.
Just 30 seconds left in the half. And when we have a timeout here, I'll tell you again about our YouTube channel. Go to Scenic Sports Network on YouTube. And it's really the home of Wiregrass High School sports on YouTube. We have over 350 games, basketball and football, and a few baseball games. We have a few Midget League football games on there, and a couple of softball games, and all from the past 20 plus years. We've been recording games since 2001. It's when we first started recording games. So we have over 350 games, local games on our YouTube channel, even a few junior college basketball games. So tune in to Scenic Sports Network on YouTube and make sure you subscribe and hit the notification button. It's 4th down. And Dothan gets the first down on the run by Peterson. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 11.
Okay, number 5, Peterson.
I don't think they were set. So the ball is on the 12-yard line. It will be 2nd and 10. Dothan tried to hurry up. Davis is the quarterback. He's empty backfield. And a whistle. And a flag on the far side. Offside called against Lee, so that will move the ball half the distance to the goal line, which will put Dothan inside the 10.
2nd down and 5 for the Wolves.
At the 8, 2nd and 5 for the Wolves. 17 seconds left in the half. This is a big possession for the Wolves. Number 12, Carter Davis, is a quarterback. He's a senior. Empty backfield. Split right is number 9, Braxton Hornsby. Davis drops back, and he's going to be sacked. And Dothan will have to use another timeout. Well, the clock is running.
Number 6.
And they fumble the ball, and is Dothan out of timeouts? Well, the clock has run out.
And that ends the first half of play here with you, St. Louis scores 10.
Dothan did a poor job of managing the clock. The final minutes of the half. Sure did. So Dothan gets inside the 10-yard line and fails to score. So at halftime, the score is Dothan 21, Lee of Montgomery 7. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
Your number one source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
Lewis Smith Supply is dedicated to offering a vast collection of fixtures, faucets, and accessories for your kitchen and bath. Make your dreams a reality. Step into the area's only Kohler Premier Showroom or see Delta's Brizo collection for the latest trends in kitchen and bathroom designs. Lewis Smith Supply offers an extensive line of plumbing supplies for contractors or do-it-yourselfers. For more inspiration, come visit one of our showrooms in Dothan or Enterprise.
Welcome to Briars Warren Drug Company, your hometown pharmacy in downtown Enterprise. If you haven't visited lately, please do. You'll see some old friends and meet some new friends too. We know you're busy and we can help by getting you in and out in no time at all. If you need a vaccination, you can get it done right here in the pharmacy. We're here to help you in any way we can because that's what good neighbors do. Briars Warren Drug Company in downtown Enterprise. You can count on us.
At Badcock Home Furniture and More, we're working hard this Labor Day to bring you big savings. So this year, everything's on sale. Right now, save an extra 15% on your entire purchase. Hurry in for huge deals on in-stock premium reclining sofas and matching recliners. Plus, save up to $1,700 on leather sectionals. Don't miss Labor Day savings that work for you, only at Badcock Home Furniture and More. Just right.
How does the bank make you feel at home?
It's actually looking forward to going inside a bank again, where there's a unique feeling of hospitality that's hard to find today, anywhere. It's where they know my name and they know what I need. It's just different than any other bank. Oh, and they even know my favorite kind of cookie.
Yep, that's how.
Personal attention and unexpected hospitality from River Bank and Trust. Experience it.
Okay, you see the top level, come to the drawer level. Your number one source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
How does the bank make you feel at home?
It's actually looking forward to going inside a bank again, where there's a unique feeling of hospitality that's hard to find today, anywhere. It's where they know my name and they know what I need. It's just different than any other bank. Oh, and they even know my favorite kind of cookie.
Yep, that's how.
Personal attention and unexpected hospitality from River Bank and Trust. Experience it.
Lewis Smith Supply is dedicated to offering a vast collection of fixtures, faucets, and accessories for your kitchen and bath. Make your dreams a reality. Step into the area's only Kohler Premier Showroom or see Delta's Brizo collection for the latest trends in kitchen and bathroom designs. Lewis Smith Supply offers an extensive line of plumbing supplies for contractors or do-it-yourselfers. For more inspiration, come visit one of our showrooms in Dothan or Enterprise.
Your family's health is vitally important to all of us here at Center Drugs and Enterprise in Daleville.
We provide personal service and answers to your questions because you're our neighbors.
It's so easy to become overwhelmed by what you read, see, or hear, and that's why Center Drugs is here to make things clear for you
and to make things as easy as possible. So give us a call or come by and see us
at Center Drugs in Enterprise or in Daleville.
At Badcock Home Furniture and More, we're working hard this Labor Day to bring you big savings. So this year, everything's on sale. Right now, save an extra 15% on your entire purchase. Hurry in for huge deals on in-stock premium reclining sofas and matching recliners. Plus, save up to $1,700 on leather sectionals. Don't miss Labor Day savings that work for you, only at Badcock Home Furniture and More. Just right.
At Enterprise Paint and Industrial, we carry a full line of Benjamin Moore paints, along with automotive paints and accessories by Sherwin-Williams and ProSpray. You will find a great selection of power tools by Makita and many name brand air tools, accessories, woodworking equipment, and hardware. We are your factory authorized service center and full line repair shop for your electrical and air tools. Newly remodeled, locally owned and operated, Enterprise Paint and Industrial, more than a paint store.
Hello and welcome back to Rip Hughes Stadium, where Dothan's home opener tonight against the Lee Generals of Montgomery. I am Mitt Kirkland bringing you all of the action tonight. Dothan leads it 21-7 as we get set to start the second half. Dothan scored first on a 1-yard TD run with 6:06 left in the first to make it 7-0. And this next score came, it was a 7-0 at the end of one. Dothan led Lee High. The second score came after Dothan fumbled the ball on the 1-yard line, and the ball went into the end zone, and they called it a touchback. And Lee scored on a 8-yard TD run with 10:56 left in the first half, and it was 7-7. Dothan comes back with 10:29 left in the first half on a 25-yard TD run and make the score 14-7. Dothan scored again with 1:51 left on a run by Blackman to make it 21-7. Dothan missed a couple of really good scoring opportunities. They didn't manage the clock very well in the closing minutes of the first half. The clock ran out on them, and they were inside the 10-yard line with a scoring opportunity. And then they fumbled the ball inside the 5-yard line, which gave
Lee their only opportunity to score, and they took advantage of it. So Lee will be starting on their own 20-yard line as we start the third period of play. First and 10 from the 20. Quarterback keeps it, and he's met at the line of scrimmage by a host of Wolves. So no gain on the play. Well, they're going to give him a couple of yards. Matter of fact, 3 yards. So to bring up a 2nd and 7. Ball at the 23-yard line. Handoff up the middle, some running room. Number 21 showing his speed, and he's run down from behind. Touchdown saving tackle by Corian Salter. That was a big gain that time out across midfield to the 49-yard line of the Wolves. First and 10. Quarterback drops back. He's being pursued, and he's taken down behind the line of scrimmage. That's a sack by Salter. Two big defensive plays by Salter in a row. We have a player down with timeout on the field. 10:49 left in the third. The score is Dothan 21, Lee 7. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. So a loss of 9 on the sack by Salter, who made 2 really big plays in a row, running down the run and then making a sack for a 9-yard loss. And a high snap. Quarterback gets it. Somehow he gets out of there and nearly picks up a first down. After a high snap, the quarterback grabs it and makes something out of nothing. They're going to say he was out of bounds at about the 45, so that was a gain of about 4, so brings up a 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. And another high snap, and he brings that one down too and gets through the middle, and he gets inside the 35. Maybe that's the way they play it. High snaps and make something out of it. We apologize for not having the names of the players, but we were unable to obtain an accurate roster for the Lee Generals. Well, they have the ball in Dothan territory at the 32-yard line. .58 left in the third. 21-7 Dothan. And that time, no go. Picked up a couple of yards. We're going to say he's down at the 29-yard line. So a gain of 3, so it brings up a 2nd and 7. Quarterback rolls out. He's being pursued, and he's taken down by none other than number 3, Corian Salter. He's made 3 big plays on this drive. So there was a loss of a couple of yards. So it's back to a 3rd and 9. The ball at the 31-yard line of Dothan. This drive started on the Lee 20-yard line. I was going to say the play clock was about to run out. So with 8:23 left in the third, the score is Dothan 21, Lee 7. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
Your number one source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
3rd and 9 for the Generals of Lee High School of Montgomery. This is a big down for Dothan. They need to make a stop here and stall this drive. Quarterback drops back. He's being pursued. And Salter's at him, and he gets him again. Salter has made 4 big plays in this series. 4 big plays. And I think they were consecutive plays. Wow, he's going to have somebody looking at him. He's a senior linebacker, Corian Salter. 4th down and 9. Of course, they're going for it. So Dothan needs to make a stop here. Quarterback drops back. And intended receiver was number 4, I believe it was, and it's incomplete. So Lee turns the ball over on downs. So Dothan will be starting at their own 31-yard line.
Remind you that the concession stands are open on both sides of the stadium tonight. They will be closing a little bit for the
It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Wolves. 7.5 minutes left in the third. They're leading 21-7. And the ball off and up the middle for a couple of yards. Not much there. Davis leaves the game. And coming in is number 5, Peterson. And we have a flag. Delay a game against Dothan. And that will back them up 5. So now it is 2nd and 15. That's Peterson. And he goes across the 30 to about the 33. He picks up about 7. So it brings up a 3rd and 8. No score here in the third. Score still 21-7. Peterson, he passes over to Blackman. A nice little pass from Peterson to Blackman, and it's complete, and it's enough for Dothan first down. That time, Peterson rolled out, and he found Blackman open, and it's complete for a first down. So Dothan moves the chains. So we have a timeout on the field with 5:46 left in the third. Dothan leads at 21-7. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. So Dothan scores with 4:17 left in the third. Dothan's got to do a better job of ball security. They've had it down there a couple of times, and formerly they were lucky to get the recovery in the end zone that time for the touchdown. I'm quite sure Coach Kennedy is going to have them working on that. Kickoff. The ball goes into the end zone, so Lee will be getting the ball at their own 20-yard line. So Dothan has been in the red zone, well, matter of fact, inside the 10 on every possession. So Lee will be starting at the 20, and Lee's only score came after a Dothan turnover, and they drove the ball down 80 yards to score a touchdown, and were able to get points off the turnover. Lee brings in a new quarterback, and once again I'd like to apologize for not having the names of the players, but we were not provided an accurate roster, and we weren't able to obtain one. And again, who is it? Salter. Corian Salter with another sack. I tell you what, he has been unbelievable here in the third. He has made at least five spectacular plays. And that time he gets a sack. I think he's had a couple of sacks here in the third.
Brings up a second down and 25.
So the ball's back at the 5-yard line. That was a loss of 15. So it brings up a 2nd and 25. And a good solid tackle that time by Dothan. Trying to get the number of the player. That was number 38, I believe. Yes, 38. White. White makes the stop.
That brings up a 3rd down and 17.
So it's a 3rd and 17. Ball inside the 20 at about the 18-yard line. Quarterback drops back and incomplete. He was trying to connect with number 2. Dothan defended the play well. So it brings up a 4th down. Back deep for Dothan is number 2, Jalen Corbett, and number 9, Braxton Hornsby.
That brings up a 4th down and 17.
The punt. And he kind of shanks the punt. And Dothan just moves away from it, and it gets a really good roll out near midfield. They're going to down it at about the 49-yard line. So Dothan will be taken over in Lee territory. .244 left in the third period. Dothan scored on their last possession.
1st and 10 for the Wolves.
On a 69-yard drive. Davis pump fakes, and he throws it away.
Number 12, Davis. Pass falls incomplete. Brings up a second down and 10 for the Wolves.
Ball's on the 49-yard line. It's a 2nd and 10 for the Wolves. Blackman in the backfield. And he keeps it. He's got some running room. And he shakes and bakes and takes it down to about the 16. Wow, a good move that time by Blackman.
Blackman stopped by number 6, Michael Aaron. That picks up the yardage for a first down for the Wolves.
That was a gain of 33.
General 17.
Ball's inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. A good run that time by Blackman. He's pretty athletic. The way they list his position on the Ross, and Dothan fumbles the ball again inside the 15-yard line. And we talked about that. They've got to do a much better job of ball security. They are not doing a very good job of ball security tonight. They've been moving the ball, but that's the 3rd time they've fumbled. And they've lost 2 of the 3 fumbles. And they were all in the red zone.
The first 10 for the Generals at the 13-yard line.
If you're playing a really good team, you can't afford to make those kind of mistakes. Two minutes left in the third. Dothan leads 28-7. So Lee will be taken over on the 13. And they get to the outside, got some running room, and he could go. And a great, wow, a good run that time. And if it wasn't for number 11, Torian Wilson, that would have been 6 points. Yeah, Wilson saved that one. So 1:47 left in the third, 28-7 Dothan, and Dothan gave up a big play. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. So 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line of Dothan. That was a huge run. Quarterback keeps it. And he's going to be stopped. Well, he's still going. And he drives forward with half the Dothan team. Well, Dothan runs out of the pile with the ball. So we'll see where they spot the ball. We're going to spot it at about the 24. So it brings up a 2nd and 1. I thought Dothan was going to take him down, but he just showed a lot of tenacity, keeping it going. Hand it off, and a good hit. I don't know if it's enough. It's going to be close to a first down. Depends on the spot, and it is a first down. 1st and 10, 1:07 left in the third. Ball sitting on the 22-yard line. I tell you, when Dothan make a mistake, Lee is definitely taking advantage of it. Goes to the corner of the end zone. Woo! A good defensive play that time. It looked like it was going to be a completion for a touchdown. And a good play that time, knocking the ball away, was Moore. It's an 18. Yeah. Knight. So I didn't see the one. So 2nd and 10. Conrad keeps it, and he's hit. Nowhere to go that time. And on the stop that time is number 26 for Dothan. The KBS Martin.
Ball carrier number 12, Jalen Jackson. He's touched by number 29, Jim Jerry, and number 26, the KBS Martin.
So we've come to the end of 3. And the score is Dothan 28, Lee 7. We'll be back with the 4th quarter of action after this time out. You're watching the City Sports Network. Your number one source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
At Badcock Home Furniture and More, we're working hard this Labor Day to bring you big savings. So this year, everything's on sale. Right now, save an extra 15% on your entire purchase. Hurry in for huge deals on in-stock premium reclining sofas and matching recliners. Plus, save up to $1,700 on leather sectionals. Don't miss Labor Day savings that work for you, only at Badcock Home Furniture and More. Just right.
Welcome to Briars Warren Drug Company, your hometown pharmacy in downtown Enterprise. If you haven't visited lately, please do. You'll see some old friends and meet some new friends too. We know you're busy, and we can help by getting you in and out in no time at all. If you need a vaccination, you can get it done right here in the pharmacy. We're here to help you in any way we can because that's what good neighbors do. Briars Warren Drug Company in downtown Enterprise. You can count on us.
How does the bank make you feel at home?
It's actually looking forward to going inside a bank again, where there's a unique feeling of hospitality that's hard to find today, anywhere. It's where they know my name and they know what I need. It's just different than any other bank. Oh, and they even know my favorite kind of cookie.
Yep, that's how.
Personal attention and unexpected hospitality from River Bank and Trust. Experience it.
Lewis Smith Supply is dedicated to offering a vast collection of fixtures, faucets, and accessories for your kitchen and bath. Make your dreams a reality. Step into the area's only Kohler Premier Showroom or see Delta's Brizo collection for the latest trends in kitchen and bathroom designs. Lewis Smith Supply offers an extensive line of plumbing supplies for contractors or do-it-yourselfers. For more inspiration, come visit one of our showrooms in Dothan or Enterprise.
Hello, and welcome back to Riverview Stadium, where the Dothan Wolves are hosting the Lee Journals of Montgomery, Lee High School of Montgomery. I am Mick Kirkland bringing you the action. Dothan leads it 28-7, and Lee has the ball down at about the 24-yard line. This drive started on their own 13-yard line. It's a 3rd and 11. Quarterback drops back. He goes deep. And that one went out of the end zone, so it's incomplete. It brings up a 4th and 11.
Pass falls incomplete.
4th and 11.
You bet next Friday night, the
And I'm quite sure they're going to go for it. Ball's at the 23-yard line of the Wolves. Quarterback drops back. He's being pursued. And he's being chased. And he just lets go. And it's knocked down. A good defensive play. And I don't have to tell you who made that play. He's wearing a 3 on his chest. It should be an S for Superman. That's number 3. Corian Salter makes a big play there. So Lee turns the ball over on down. And so Dothan will take over at their own 23-yard line. If Dothan can hold on to the ball, they could put up lots more points. They've blown 2 opportunities in the red zone to score because of turnovers. Nothing there. No gain on the play. So it brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Wolves.
Brings up a 2nd down at 11.
Carter Davis back in at quarterback. He's number 12. In the backfield with him is Raymond Blackman, number 0. Well, he splits out. Thomas is in the backfield with him. Davis was trying to find Blackman, but it's incomplete, and Blackman's down.
Raymond Blackman, ball's incomplete.
I hope he's not seriously injured. Timeout on the field with 11:02 left in the 4th. Dothan leads at 28-7. And while we have a timeout, I want to remind you again about our YouTube channel, Scenic Sports Network. That's SCENIC Sports Network, which is the home of the Wiregrass High School Sports on YouTube. What you need to do is go there and type in Scenic Sports Network on YouTube and make sure you subscribe. It's free. Just hit the subscribe button and also the notification button. So once you hit subscribe and notification, anytime there's new content on our channel, you will get a notification. And we're always uploading new content weekly, several times a week. And we have content that goes all the way back to 2001. So we have high school football and basketball games and a few baseball and a few college, junior college basketball games on there over the years. So go to our YouTube channel, that's Scenic Sports Network on YouTube, and this game is also shown on channel 304 on Spectrum Cable. So make sure you subscribe to Spectrum Cable too. So it's a 3rd and 11 for Dothan. Davis drops back. And the pass is low, and he was trying to connect with Corbett, and it's incomplete, so it brings up a 4th down. I believe this will be the first time the punter has been on the field tonight. The punter is number 17, Adam Watford. I saw him kicking before the game. He has a foot on it. Down to 10:56 left in the 4th. Dothan up by 3 touchdowns. We have a whistle.
Call it to lay a gun against the Wolves.
Play game against the Wolves. Punt, a good high punt. And it falls. Ball is dead at midfield at the 50-yard line. So Lee will be starting at midfield. They have 10 minutes and 45 seconds left in the fourth. They've shown some signs of life here in the second half, but they haven't been able to finish it. The score was tied at 7-7 in the second quarter. He goes deep, and it was almost picked off by Dothan. That was number 38 for Dothan, making the break up. That's White. He's a sophomore. It brings up a 2nd and 10. Quarterback keeps it. And he breaks some tackles. He picks up a first down. He's still going inside the 25, inside the 35. To about the 33. It was a gain of about 16. 1st and 10. And the ball off, and the run is dropped at the 30-yard line. So it's a 2nd and about 7. Quarterback keeps it, goes to the right side. And a good block, and he picks up a first down. The ball's going to be spotted at the 20 of Dothan. Down to 9.5 minutes left in the fourth. Dothan up 28-7. Lee's in the red zone. And that looked like he could have taken it into the end zone, but he was tripped up. So the ball is at the 10-yard line. 2nd and 1. And nothing there, no gain on the play. He needed to get to the 10. We'll see where they spot it. He may have enough for a first down. I think he's going to be just a little short. They may call for the measurement. Yeah, they are going to call for a measurement.
Official timeout on the field for measurement.
It's pretty close. Regardless, they'll go for it on 4th down. That's something we don't see much of these days, measurements in high school. See quite a bit in college, in the pros, but haven't seen many in high school. Looks like it's going to be short by about a foot or so. So it brings up a 4th down. Well, 3rd down. 3rd and 1.
Brings up a 3rd down.
So Superman needs to make a play here. Number 3, Salter. He's definitely shown up when they needed a superhero move. If I have to give MVP tonight, player of the game, I've definitely got to give it to him, number 3, Corian Salter. Forward progress is going to give him the 1st down to about the 8-yard line. Well, first down, 1st and goal from the 8. 8:10 left in the 4th quarter. Dothan leads it 28-7. And if they hadn't made some bad mistakes, they could have 40 points on the board. They've missed 3 real scoring opportunities in the red zone. Quarterback keeps it, and he drives forward to about the 5. Gain up about 3. Clock still running with 7:28. There's a flag on the field. Collins against Dothan, so the ball will move half the distance to the goal line, which should put it about the 2.5-yard line. Unsportsmanlike conduct call against Dothan. Quarterback is stopped at, well, they're going to give it a touchdown. So a 2.5-yard touchdown run. With 7:14 left in the 4th. This drive started at the 50-yard line, so it was a 50-yard drive. Kept off with a 2.5-yard run, a keeper by the quarterback. So it's 28-13 as we prepare for the extra point. Extra point up, and it's good. So the score, 28-14, 7:14 left in the 4th. Dothan leads lead. So Dothan is leading 28-14. At the 50-yard drive by the Generals of Lee High School. So they've cut that lead down to 14 points, 28-14. Dothan has had plenty of scoring opportunities 3 times in the red zone. One time they didn't manage the clock like they should have, and the other time they fumbled the ball in the end zone. And it became a touchback. And did I call it? Did I say it was going to be a onside kick? You need to have your hands people up there for the onside kick. And we'll see what happens here. Dothan got it. Boy, they looked out. But Terry, my cameraman, I told him just before they kicked, I said, watch out for the onside kick because they were taking their time on the sideline setting things up. But Dothan gets, that was an unsuccessful onside kick, so Dothan gets the ball at their own 46-yard line.
Hey, first and 10 for the Wolves at their own 47-yard line.
So Dothan's got they've got to do some ball control, try to use some clock, but still hold on to the ball. Direct snap. Got a good run that time. That was Octavius Thomas. He takes it forward for about 5. I'm quite sure Dothan would use a lot of the play clock. Carter Davis is the quarterback. A direct snap again to Thomas, and nothing there.
The official timeout of the field for heat timeout.
So we have a heat timeout on the field with 5:59 left in the fourth. Dothan leads it 28-14. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. So Dothan has the ball. It's third and about 4. Direct snap again, and it's going to be short. The ball's at the 45-yard line, so Dothan's going to be short by probably a couple of yards. It brings up 4th and 2, and out there in no man land, you go for it. You're trying to use that clock, so you go for it. We'd like to take time to thank our sponsors for sponsoring this program. The sponsors of this show is Lewis Smith Supply, Riverbank. We also have Enterprise Paint and Industrial, Badcock Furniture of Enterprise and Elba. We have Center Drugs in Enterprise, and we also have Briars Warren Drugs in Enterprise as our sponsors. We really appreciate them, and we would appreciate if you would patronize these sponsors. They make it possible for us to record these games and broadcast them and to put them on YouTube for the world to see. I tell you, we've been getting some really good comments from my viewers on YouTube and on watching the game, so we appreciate those comments, and we encourage you to go on to YouTube, go to Scenic Sports Network, and subscribe. Opposite side, and that should be enough for first down. They needed to get to just shy of the 43. Depend on the spot, but I believe they have it. Yeah, they should have it because they're inside the 43, and the marker, first down marker, is on the 43. They just did get it, but they're able to get the first down, and they can chew up some more clock here. They need to put some more points on the board. We're down to 5:26 left in the fourth. And they direct snap to Thomas again. Nothing there. They not getting very many yards on those plays. Although they don't want to pass the ball, they want to use as much clock as possible, but you have to keep that defense on their toes. If they know you're going to run everything, they just kind of stack the line. But they need to do some play action or something here. I'm not a coach. I'm just in the broadcast. But oh, wow. That time Davis tried to connect with Taylor, who he connected with earlier, and the pass was just a little short, so it brings up a 3rd and 9. And I'm quite sure they'll use all 4 downs here. We're down to 4:35. Dothan has to get to about the 33 in order to get a first down. Dothan will travel to Auburn next week, and that's always a tough game. 4:35 left in the fourth. Dothan leads it 28-14. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. So a 3rd down for Dothan. Whoa, looked like he got there a little early. That should have been a flag there. Yeah, it is. Yeah. The defensive back got there a little early on the receiver, and he didn't have an opportunity to catch the ball. So that should be a pass interference, and it will give Dothan a first down, 15 yards. In the pros, this is spotted a foul, but that's pretty close to where the violation took place. 1st and 10 for the Wolves at the 27-yard line of the Generals. Empty backfield. Man in motion. He gives it to number 1, Thomas, and he picks up pretty good yardage on first down. Picks up about 5. Anytime you can pick up 5 on first down, it's a good play.
Brings up 2nd down and 4.
We're going to give him 6, so it brings up a 2nd and 4. 4:21 left in the 4. Thomas in the backfield with Davis. He gives it to Thomas. Thomas goes through the middle, and he takes it in the end zone for the touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown run by Thomas. That's exactly what Dothan needed. They had become a little stagnant here in the second half and made a few mistakes that denied them the end zone, but that time Thomas took it in for 22 yards out for the touchdown with 4:13 left in the fourth. Extra point attempt. It's up and it's good. So Dothan goes up 35-14 with 4:13 left in the fourth. Dothan kicks off. And the ball goes into the end zone, so Lee will get the ball on the 20-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 20. Lee last drive, they scored on, let's see, it was a 50-yard drive. They took it in for 2.5 hours for the touchdown. 4:13 left in the fourth. Lee has 80 yards to go. Quarterback drops back. He goes long, and it's complete out to the 45-yard line. That was a good, accurate pass and an outstanding catch by number 1. So that was a gain 25. So Dothan can't lighten up. They've got to keep the pressure on. We have a whistle. I think Dothan called the timeout. They didn't have the players in place. So they decided to take a timeout. They are trying to close this one out with just over 4 minutes left in the fourth. And again, I'd like to remind you of our YouTube channel, Scenic Sports Network, SCENIC Sports Network. Just go to YouTube and go to the search bar and put in Scenic Sports Network. That's SCENIC Sports Network. And that's where you will see over 350 high school football and basketball games and high school sports from over the past 20 plus years. So go on there and make sure you subscribe and make sure you hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when new content is uploaded. We've had almost 100,000 views on our YouTube channel. We want to push it on up there. He goes deep. Intercepted. Intercepted. And he's still on his feet. He could take it to the, whoa. He got a hard collar that time. Let's see who intercepted that one. That was number 18 with the interception and outstanding return. And number 18 for Dothan is TK Knight. He's a sophomore. He intercepted that one and brought it back to about the 30-yard line, and he was horse-collared, and they called a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. So that should move the ball. The ball's at the 26, and that will move it up 15 more yards. So take it down to about the 11-yard line. Well, let's see, they're going to mark it down at the 18-yard line, 14-yard line, 14-yard line. 3:47 left in the fourth. And they give it to numero uno, number 1. And we all know who that is. That is Octavius Thomas. He picks up about 4, so it brings up a 2nd and 6. Ball inside the 10 at the 9-yard line. And almost to the end zone. I believe that was number 17. Well, no, not 17. Let's see what number it was. It's kind of hard to see through the screen sometimes. Yeah, they said it was 17. I have 17.
Number 29.
Must be 2 17s because the kicker is 17 too. Let's see if I can find another 17 and let you know who made that first down run. Got a Kyle Smith. That's a 17. So the ball is on the, look like about the 2-yard line. And he walks in the end zone for the touchdown. That's 17. 47, excuse me, that's 47. It's kind of hard to see those numbers sometimes. That was number 47 for Dothan. Caleb Thomas with the touchdown. Extra point is up and good. Caleb Thomas. Sorry about that. Sometimes from different angles it's kind of hard to see the numbers. So Dothan scores again with 2:5 left in the fourth, and they make it 42-14. As time winds down, they've come out and they put up some points. I was talking earlier about last year, Dothan only scored over 14 points, I believe, only one time all year, and they put up 29 points in one game, but that was as many points as they scored. Last week against Carroll, they put up 45 points, and they have put up 42 tonight, and honestly, they could have been up in the 50s tonight if they hadn't made a couple of mistakes in the red zone. They got in the red zone a couple of times. One time they fumbled the ball at the 1 yard line. It bounced in the end zone, and it was last touch by Lee and rolled out of the end zone, so they called it a touchback, and Lee was given possession of the ball, and just before the half, they didn't do a good job of managing the clock, and it ran out on them, and they were inside the 10-yard line. So that's could have been an additional 14 points that they put on the board. But they've definitely got to capitalize, and they've got to regroup, and they've done a good job tonight. They've just got to handle ball security a little better and a little better time management. But this is the second game of the year, and it's the first home game of the year, and I want to congratulate Coach Jed Kennedy and his staff for doing an outstanding job with the Dothan Wolves. We're glad to have him here in Dothan along with his staff. And this team looks like they have a lot of potential. So it'll be first and 10 from the 20. And Lee drops the ball, but they recover it. Clock is winding down, just over 2 minutes left. Handoff, and good, and tackle that time. Made by number 38. That's White. We've called his name a couple of times. That's Sim White. So it's down to 121. Quarterback keeps it, goes out to the right, and he's going to be close to a first down. It's short of the first down, so the clock continues to roll. It's about a yard short, so it brings up a fourth down, and I think they'll go for a 4th and 1. Why not? What do you got to lose now? You know, we're at the end of the game, so may as well go for it. They won't have to snap the ball to 25 seconds left. We're down to 30 seconds. And the quarterback keeps it, gets the first down, and across the 35 to about the 36. Enough for a general first down. 20 seconds left. This may be the last play of the game. Dothan up 42-14.
10 seconds, 9. Quarterback keeps it, and he's going to be dropped by number 20 for Dothan. That's Lakeith Tompkins. So Thompson makes the final play of the game, and Dothan wins it 42-14. Congratulations to Coach Jed Kennedy and his staff for that victory here, their first home game of the Kennedy era. And they win it big, 42-14. And congratulations to the Wolves. They have come out and they put up a good show tonight. They made a few mistakes, but overall, I think they played a very good game. And to put up 42 points, that's saying something. So offensively, we see them with a lot more energy, a lot more performance, and a lot more explosiveness this year. Something they were lacking last year, but they have really come out tonight and done a really good job. And they walked away with the final score of 42-14. Let me kind of recap the scoring by quarters. Dothan scored first with 6:06 left in the first on a 1-yard TD run. That drive started on their own 29-yard line. It was a 71-yard drive. Then Lee scored on a 30-yard run after Dothan fumbled the ball and lost it. Well, actually, Dothan fumbled the ball and lost it. Dothan led 7-0 after 1. Lee scored with 10:56 left in the second quarter on an 8-yard TD run by number 21, and it scored 7-7. Dothan scored again with 10:29 left in the second on a 25-yard TD run.
Please be careful as you leave in parking lot
Then
tonight.
in the second quarter, Dothan scored again on a 1-yard TD run by Blackman to make it 21-7. Scores 21-7 at halftime. Dothan drove the ball down the field, and they fumbled on the 1-yard line. It rolled into the end zone, and Dothan recovered it for a touchdown to make it 28-7. Lee scored their next. It was 28-7 at the end of 3. And Dothan, let's see, Lee scored. They put together a 50-yard drive and capped it off with a 2.5-yard run by the quarterback to make it 28-14. And that was with 7:14 left in the fourth. And Dothan scored again with 4:13 left in the fourth on a 22-yard TD run by Thomas to make it 35-14. And Dothan final score came on a 2-yard TD run by Caleb Thomas to make it 42-14, and that's the final score. That wraps it up tonight for us. On behalf of our cameraman tonight, Terry Stovall, I appreciate his work tonight. This is Mick Kirkland saying good night, and thanks for watching the Scenic Sports Network. Your number one source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.